hopeful. Atiku Abubakar has said that in 2027, the ADC will shock everyone. Well, there are those that think that all we are seeing now is just the usual political gimmicks that come, especially when we build up to elections or when opposition is sick and tired of what the government in power is or the party is doing. However, for many others that state, Kasina has also continued. Many questioned the former transportation minister, Chubike Amechi, on a visit to the state a while ago. He said he had come to put the ADC on ground in Rivers State. And some people said that was how you brought the APC. How did that end? Now the ADC, why should we follow you? There are those that even said, oh, he still doesn't have any political grounds in Rivers State at the moment. And those conversations have continued. But what's even much more interesting is the new relationship, or if you like, political romance that we see between the APC and the PDP. For many, that is not a good sign. And they have begun to question whether with this relationship, are we still going to find active major opposition politics in Rivers State? Or does this relationship signal the end to major opposition politics in Rivers State? My guest this morning is the ADC State Chairman, Chief Ambassador Leader, Sampson. Mr. Sampson, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Rivers people. Thank you for having me.
And before we go on with my guest, you can join the conversation online. So we are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We're streaming live, so you can go there, join the conversation, share your thoughts with us. Let us know whether this relationship, this romance between the APC and PDP in Rivers State at this point in time, does it signal an end to major opposition politics? Let us know what your thoughts are. On X, we have a poll running because we need you to tell us what your concerns are with regards to this newfound friendship between the PDP and the APC in Rivers State. Does it mean that opposition politics is dead in Rivers State? I'll allow my guests start with responding to this particular question. What is the fate of opposition politics in Rivers State? I mean, major opposition, because let's not forget that we have several other political parties in Rivers State that you would say are in the opposition. But as it looks at the moment, you can't take away the fact that the APC is the major opposition party in Rivers State at the time. And now we don't know if we should say the PDP is maybe at the national level. But with what we're seeing in Rivers State, there's the worry. In fact, from the other parties, we've hardly heard anything. We've hardly heard anything major, whether it's the Zenith Labour Party, whether it's the Labour Party, whether it's name them. So, is opposition party politics in Rivers State actually dead or dying?
The truth is this: the only opposition party in Rivers State and probably in Nigeria is the ADC.
How so?
That is just it. You just mentioned that. Why are other parties not speaking? How will a political party like what they call them, the PDP, go into primaries and produce APC candidates in Rivers State in the so-called whatever they want to do?
How do you mean they go into and produce? Like the PDP organizes its primaries and then
produce APC candidates. That is what happened in Rivers State, and nobody is speaking. So that's to tell you that there is no opposition. The only credible opposition we have in Rivers State today is the ADC, and that's why we've continued to speak. That's why we've continued to, speak out loud. Because what is happening in Rivers State is a situation where every other political party have been put and swept under the carpet. Nobody is speaking. In fact, I can tell you authoritatively that there is no even government in Rivers State, so I don't even know what is happening. Which of the political party presently occupies position in this state? So you see the APC and the PDP, just doing whatever they want to do because they don't even know the direction. The so-called leaders that they have confused them. It's funny how a political party will go into a party primaries and produces candidates for another political party. What are we doing in Nigeria? Are we joking? Are we joking with the lives of citizens of Rivers State and Nigeria? It looks like a joke. It's like a comedy. So, like I said, the only credible alternative and opposition in Rivers State and in Nigeria currently is the ADC.
Now, many would argue that the ADC is a credible opposition because, they believe that if indeed you are a credible opposition, then participating in the process to show your popularity, like many think that the coming local government election would have been a perfect way for the ADC to announce itself to Rivers people and show that it is on ground. You don't think that's something that would have benefited you?
The ADC is a political party that is built on the constitution. We follow due process. We don't get engaged in things that are illegal. The upcoming local government election, if there will be anything as such, is illegal.
So how would you describe the other political parties that are participating, including the Labour Party, which many people look at as, would have been one that would have been vocal and stand against it, but they are part of the process. I think we only have 2 or 3 parties. The Boot Party, I know, is one of them. Your party, the ADC, is the other. I don't know if there's any other that can come to mind now that are not in that election. So are you saying that all the other political parties are all...
Well, I'm not in position to speak on behalf of other political parties. They should speak for themselves. But if you are a political party in Rivers State and you look at what is happening and you decide to show interest to participate, then there's a question mark. It shows that, in fact, like I said, I don't want to downplay any political party. I'm being very careful here. And I should be speaking more about my own political party, the ADC.
No, I think it's okay if you speak your mind because you have that right. You've already said that. With what is happening in Rivers State, you expect most of the political parties to speak up with regards to opposition role that they should play, but that's not happening. So that already is a question mark on the other political parties in this state.
Well, they will have that to deal with themselves, but the ADC will continue to speak up. And like I said, what is going to happen in Rivers State or what they are planning to do on the 30th is an illegality.
So what if it happens and nothing happens and it stands and that's how it plays out? What
illegality can never stand. It can never stand. It can only just be for a while, but it can never stand the test of time. We were also in this state when the local government election was conducted last year. And some persons that are participating today that are giving credence to this illegality were the ones shouting because they felt their interests were not protected. Today, they are the one dishing others. They are the one giving credence to illegality because they want to maintain a certain political structure. So it's funny the way political leaders behave. They act like they are in their personal bedroom taking decisions. And these decisions are decisions that affect the lives of Rivers people. So we cannot continue to keep quiet and accept this kind of charade. We cannot. It's time for we to speak up and say, hey, you've got to do the right thing.
So what is the ADC doing about this? If you're saying that, well, there are issues with opposition politics in the state, and the ADC is right now the go-to party that would play that role effectively. How are you doing that? Because as it stands, there are many that can say that, well, they are not really hearing enough from the ADC to think that you are really playing that role as an opposition.
Well, what has happened in the ADC is we have a coalition and we've gone back to the basis. I won't want to speak much of what we are doing under the background, because when you start speaking, people will start digging deep. But we are going back to the basics of politics. Politics is local, and we are going back to the communities. We are having conversations with the people to know the feeling and what the people need, the changes that the people need. Now, the credible alternative that the ADC has come to provide for Rivers people and Nigeria, we must engage with the locals. We must know how they feel, so that by the time we put out our manifestos, we are putting out a manifesto that reflects the will of the people. So what we are doing currently is going back to the basics, which is going back to the people. We are doing a whole lot on the background. The ADC is a political party that is built on ideologies. And as such, we are doing the first thing first. We are not just about making so much noise, putting out on loud programs, and yet we don't have anything on the ground. So we've chosen to go back to the basics.
That's what we are doing. Is the ADC on ground in Rivers State?
So much.
How much? Because, I mean, there are people that would say that you are not on ground as much as you would say you are.
That is what I've just explained to you. We are going back to the basics. Like I said, politics is local. And we are going back to the people to speak to the conscience of the people. And from our experience so far, the people of Rivers State are not happy with what is happening. And so we are building a team, we are building a political party that is rooted in the grassroots. And that's what we are doing. And when you start doing this from the basics, it's like putting up a structure, a building. At the time you start the foundation, it will look like you're not doing anything. It's only when the building is up there at the finishing stage, that's when people will see the beauty of what you've been doing. And that is what the ADC we are doing currently.
So does the ADC have ward chairmen across all the wards and local governments of Rivers State?
Yes, the ADC have a complete executive 319 wards in Rivers State. And there's this beauty about the ADC, not just the 319 wards. We also have executive across the polling units. Now, the ADC as a political party have been around for some time. We are popular today because leaders that have vision to transform Nigeria has joined the ADC. And we are in a coalition today. That's not to say that the ADC have never existed. But what has happened is these leaders have come together to strengthen the ADC. So the ADC have structures across board. What we are doing now is revitalizing those structures and going back to the basics, discussing with our people in the communities at the grassroots. Don't worry. In the coming days,
are you not worried that these leaders that have joined your party now could impose their own ideology on the party and even impose those they want to work with on the existing structure, or even change the existing structure of the party?
No, that is not happening. There is an understanding.
Because, I mean, after the coalition was formed, you agree with me that at national level, there are many disgruntled individuals and party members who were expressing their displeasure with how, I mean, these bigwig politicians are coming to take over the party and control whatever decisions are being made.
Well, that is always normal in any organization and any settings. When there is a shake-up, people will definitely complain. But if you have the will and the heart, if you have, the progress of the organization in mind, then you will go with the flow. As much as you are free to express your reservations, there is nothing wrong with what has happened. Some people think,
even though those things aren't done according to the provisions of the laws guiding that institution.
No. Listen, I was part of the process. Okay, so discussions were, the coalition was bettered, and that's what a lot of people know. But discussions were already on like over 18 months before it was announced. I was part of that process. And there were so many discussions and consultations. And listen, everybody, when there is a shake-up in a system, will not be a part of the new system. That is the truth. And we must accept that situation. But we have where some persons feel that they are better off than others that are part of the new face of the organization or the political party. So There is nothing new in what has happened. People will always react to changes. It's normal.
All right, there's one more question I would like to ask you, but let's first off go and look at some of the comments that we have coming in on Facebook. We have a short commercial also on the way. For those of us who are watching live on Facebook, the recent relationship or romance, if you like, between the PDP and the APC in Rivers State at the moment, does that signal an end to major opposition politics? You've listened to my guest, the state chairman of the ADC, who says, well, it doesn't know about other political parties, though, because he's shocked that they are not saying what they ought to say. But as for the ADC is the major opposition party right now and the party to go for. Well, we'll take a short commercial. When we come back, he would let us know whether the leader of the party in the state is really on ground. There's the argument that he's not as popular as it used to be, and he's not really on ground, and so doesn't have as much followers as he used to have while he was in office. Well, we'll find out more. And then we'll take your calls. I'm sure you also have questions to ask. As also said, what is going to happen on August 30, which is the council election, is illegal. Well, what would they be doing on that day as a party when this, in quotes, illegal election would be taking place? We'll find out after the break. Send in your questions on Facebook and on WhatsApp.
The show continues after this break.
News. Good morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. The Rivers ADC chairman is with us in the studio, Ambassador Leader Sampson. Quite a very interesting conversation. If you missed it, get on Facebook and you can listen and watch everything again from the start, so you catch up and don't find yourself trying to understand what we're saying now. So I would encourage you, get on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH and go back and listen to the first half of the conversation so you can catch up and follow us as we make progress. In the meantime, you can send in WhatsApp messages. Very simple: 0809 030 6416. That's the number to send your messages to on WhatsApp. 0809 030 6416. To send your WhatsApp messages. I would open the phone lines shortly, but first let me come back to my guest and get his response to this. Many people are saying that the leader of the ADC that you say is now the major opposition is not on ground and doesn't have the followers that he used to have when he was governor or when he was minister. How do you respond to that? They say he cannot pull that weight anymore that he used to pull. That the time he did it, let me borrow the words of the FCT minister. He says, monkeys have been jump now because tree near tree. That's how he says it. Is that the case, or is there something different that we are not seeing?
Well, who are those saying that he's not as popular as he was when he was in government? Who are those? See, like I have said before in so many forums, that politics is one, I don't know if I'll call it institution or one organization or one phase of life that people don't, in fact, you don't need certificate to be a politician. You don't even need to apply. So anybody can call himself a politician and can speak from any corner of the world. You know, how can someone say His Excellency Rotimi Amechi is not popular as he used to be? How can someone say that?
Because of the way Nigerian politics work. You know, Nigerian politics is capital intensive. And although we question it and it might not sound right, but these politicians tend to make a lot of money and transform their lives when they get into office.
The truth is this. There are people that are corrupt politicians that have stealed so much money. So they believe that being popular as a politician is amount of wealth you've amassed.
Yeah, because if you don't have money to give around or push around to grease few palms, then nothing can work.
So if that is the idea of popularity in politics, then it's a joke. Where that is the reason why we have corrupt leaders. If people will equate someone that will steal from the covers of the government money that is meant for the citizens, he will amass such wealth for himself and throw it around during elections and do a lot of if someone is coming into Rivers State, is coming in with more than 50 cars. Is that a way of showing strength? Listen, sir. The ADC is going to shock a lot of people in 2027. What we know as a norm in politics, what we know as certain persons being in charge of Rivers State, decides from his bedroom who becomes this, who becomes that. People will be shocked. So when you talk about Chibike Rotimi Amechi, listen, he has made people. Even the FCT minister you talked about, Chibike Rotimi Amechi made him. So I don't want to go into conversation of whatever that has happened between the both of them. They are brothers. They are from Ikwere extraction. And I believe they can, at the right time, sit down with their elders and resolve. So I don't want to go into that. But the truth is, nobody can downplay His Excellency Rotimi Chibike Amechi. When he was governor in Rivers State, we could see what he did. The health centers, the primary schools, even as civil servants in Rivers State, people were... Listen, Rivers State was a hub of development. After then, what are we seeing? Construction of roads, 2-kilometer roads, and they will invite Senate president to come and commission. Make so much noise about it. Is that it? Is that government? Is that governance? You go into the communities.
But
no
the people
good roads.
seem to like it, so.
Well,
And they say roads are important for development.
That is correct. You do those development only in the capital. What happens in the community? What happens in the rural areas? What happens to civil servants? What happens to retirees? And you come and downplay a man that made you, a man that put Rivers people first. Listen, the ADC is going to shock a lot of people.
All right. Let's open the phone lines. I'm sure a lot of people have contributions to make to the conversation and possibly questions to even ask you. But while you think about that, remember to also respond to the poll we have on X. Is opposition politics in Rivers State dead? Does the relationship between the PDP and APC in the state signal an end to major opposition politics? Let us know what your thoughts are. We'll be reading out the numbers from the poll. Also taking your comments on WhatsApp, again 080903064416. The number to call is 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. You can also call us on 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007 is a number to call. We'll be taking your comments and contributions. Let's go to Yenegoa. Gift is on the line. Gift, good morning.
Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew, and good morning to your guest.
Okay, Gift.
Good morning, Gift.
Yeah, thank you. Let me start like this. I want to put it to you. I disagree with you in total. There was no time Rotimi Amishi as a Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly twice who made Wike. God forbid. It is never in history. Do your research very well. It is on the other side. It was Wike that made him. And I will give you reasons why I'm saying this. You cannot use any House of Assembly Speaker to compare a Southern Niger local government chairman in Bayelsa State. You cannot use it to compare a local government chairman of Obiakpo. No amount of money that you will receive that you use in comparing these two local governments in Nigeria. Then you go to Lagos State, you talk about one of the local governments. These are very wealthy and rich local governments. So what is the contribution of Rotimi Amishi to Wike? There was no time, a point in time that happened. Then ADC, your political party, why are you running away from the local government election if you are popular? Come to the field 30th of August so that we will know that you are ready for the elections, not to run away from the elections telling us about 2027. The man is no more popular. That is Nigerian politics for you. Andrew have said it all. Whether you like it or not, there is no way a man that is out of government, as you have seen the way he's shouting that he's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry for power, not because of food to eat. He has made his own with his own family. But I can assure you that come 2027, he will be beaten again as usual, over and over.
All right,
There's
Gift.
no time you use him in comparing everybody as a wicked political force. In Nigeria, talk less of Rivers, even in his own local government. I'm telling you,
Right.
Samuel Wonosike is even more popular than him in the local government. What are you telling us?
All right, let's go to Dakuku in Eche. Good morning, Dakuku.
Hello, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew. I did Dakuku from Apokeche.
Okay.
I want to ask question to again in the studio. This thing that is happening in Rivers State, one person will be PDP and APC. Is it not a remark to Nigerians today? Is it the way to play in politics? Another one is, as a chairman of ADC in Rivers State, I know my mentor is there, being a Mechi, whom I love. Is it going to be in 2027 for APC to take over this state? For we to believe, because I know it's the whole Rivers State to love. One. Another one is that you know that Nigerians who don't have to again, we don't ever get our in the judiciary again, except those in power. Do you know that? So that's the three things I want to ask you. Thank you. This is Dakuku from Apokeche.
All right, Dakuku, thank you. You can call us 0817-923-0002. Caption in Eche. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. I think I agree to your guests that have said it all in your studio. I think anybody that is playing Ifiemi Andrew that left office still have his followers intact. Somebody like me and all that, so I still intact, waiting for his direction or directing us on what to do. Those of them that are talking tough today, only they were even in government started struggling with their structure. You can see what they have, the position that have put the state, just mere structure. Because imagine if they were not in government, what would have happened? People deserted them, they were complaining, blaming people. These are the people that have taken off, that have been won an election. The ADC has come, they have been threatened. I think your guest has enumerated all the things that APC stands to give this state. And anybody that needs to work for this state should channel all his effort towards supporting the ADC to give a governance direction in this state. Because these bourgeois have already acclimatized the whole area, talking tough, talking what they cannot do. Just their 8 years in government, see what they have, see the situation they have put. They can't even evacuate the city. See the level of sanitation in the state. Just people that claim they build bridges or whatever. Anything that Rotimi has done in this state is what is keeping his legacies. And the legacies will start on any day anybody wants to ask questions. You will also refer, even they are even referring to whatever the man that have left in the state. That's what that turning around. I believe that anybody that wants development should focus their attention to it.
All right, Wellington in Okrika, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. I don't want to drag this. The man in the studio, if you put it in comparative advantages and all of that, you will understand that Right Honorable PDP has more followers, more popular, more relevant governor as a speaker, Rivers State Assembly, and as a speaker or speaker in this country when he was. You don't go there. You don't there. When he talks about development, the real leadership, you give it to Rotimi Andrew. Even a market woman can tell you this. Go down to the market and in the rural areas of the market, the hinterland, those bush markets that even in Yenegua, the 8 local government of Biafra State can attest to the presence of Rotimi Andrew as a governor in Rivers State. Want you to test this in Andrew and Biafra, man, I think so. I don't know, let's talk about ADC as a party. I believe that ADC has come to stay, but unfortunately, they have decided not to contest. I never have seen the entrance of the reflect of Rivers State dancing this rugged dance that Rivers people know that these are fraudulent activities. It is clear. 70% of the chairmen that are coming cannot be able to withstand the capacity ADC is going to produce in terms of candidates. And ADC, being a well-strategic party, I decided to say, no, we can't be in this rugged place. We want to work the system and then wait for 2027 to put our men on ground and then deliver Nigeria and Rivers people. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, Wellington, thank you. Ida from Ikoro, we have Omo also on the line. Ida, good morning.
I agree that guest in the studio.
I agree
this
to you.
coming election, I didn't support this coming election. But because in Koro Kingdom, since the creation of Koro Kingdom, we've never gotten an elected chairman. So don't give us this elected chairman. ADC, come 2027, will take over Rivers State. And all these 23 LGA local government chairman will defect to APC. Any candidate, chief by size of so we can bring, even though it's Governor Sim, I will never vote. Whatever candidate ADC bring come, I will vote for that candidate. My mother, my sister, my friends will vote for that candidate. Because enough is enough. Governor Sim is doing well. Because he bring Governor Sim, he starts disturbing him. So because of that, I honorable that from Koro. I'm a member of ADC from today. Thank you and God bless you. Yeah, again, I agree with you.
Thank you very much, Ida.
Don't worry yourself. I'll vote for ADC.
All right, Ida, does that mean you have gone to register and you have sent your letter of resignation from the PDP to your ward chairman? Not to say it on air. Omo, Iniwafe, good morning.
I'm greeting you, Andy.
Yeah, good morning to you.
And the guest in the studio.
All right,
Omo is my name. I want to greet the guest that is in the studio with his character. You are not the kind of person that Chidika Amechi always assemble for the progress of Rivers State politics. And if anybody is doubting the credibility of Amechi, the person might be doing a great mistake, because the future and the progress of Rivers State politics lies in the hand of Amechi, because they have set the standard that every other politician should follow. But people that are greedy refuse to follow the path that will put Rivers State on the proper path of progress. Welcome ADC to Rivers State. I have worked with APC, and these people that are claiming to be APC, apart from Chief Lloyd, the rest of them, they are called PDP. And the kind of PDP they are not progressive PDP. Come 2027, since Amechi has bring his legs out that he wants to contest or he wants to support ADC, me and other followers that someone believe in him, we are going to follow him to the ladder. Because we will not leave Rivers State to disintegrate to this level where we are. It will take the presidency to bring in a retired Milan to undo a voted person as a governor of Rivers State, similar Kubara, to undo him to capture Rivers State. It's a pain in our heart. And anybody that is supporting this situation in Rivers State, I don't believe that is a born of Rivers State. Go around Rivers State, you see what poverty is doing in the life of persons. Go and look the primary schools that Amechi built. Because of evidence, they neglected them. They neglected just to do what? To bring that his name. And it will not work for too long. The time has come that Rivers State should take part of progress and follow Chidika Amechi.
All right, let's go to Ichie. Temple, good morning. And then Emeka is in Owerri, and that will be it. Temple, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifiemi Andrew. Wishing you a great week ahead. The very distinguished Ifiemi Andrew. I think the question you asked is very much simple. If the romance between the PDP and APC in Rivers State at this moment means an end to an opposition politics, has there been an opposition? Has there been a strong? You have been within the confines of this state. Has there been a strong opposition at this point before this romance? So because we have politicians and parties that are all interested.
Temple, the APC was strongly criticizing the government of Governor Siminala Ifubara. Strongly.
Was strongly criticizing which of the APC?
Led by Tony Okocha.
The issue between the FCT minister and the House of Assembly members, in which the position of Chief Tony Okocha. Then what happens now? The same APC that a PDP member is emanating as a candidate and the PDP member is emanating as a APC candidate. Is that what we call a strong opposition? We are joking in this part of the world. As far as I'm concerned, there has not been strong opposition. It's just when you find yourself into the system and you see you are suffocating, you have available means and cash out. That is what I'm saying. Thank you so much.
Emeka from Owerri, quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
All right, morning to you.
You see, I'm in a area. I'm not in a university. I'm not even a river man. So I want to tell you here. Wait, I don't know what the especially when you say popular. So know what they mean by popularity. Instead of political popular, sorry, let me admit it's far hated by the people. This is the area that they raise in university. This is the color. They look at the color. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. This flag, the only thing I have is against Abu. The only one is what to do to good luck. Apart from that, every other thing, what happens in Lagos, I say listen to the girl crowd. Every 6 months they say amazing, so you know what you see in the village. Please, I'm not compared to the popular of America to this community, which is really focused because of the just the president. It's just popular in Abuja.
Okay.
You cannot start it. If you come out to the River State now, I tell you, you will tell. Which free. I want to tell you the ADC from there. That you tell people that are going to do. So then the country is choosing their political candidate. That is what I want to advise.
All right, Emeka. Thank you. Let's go to Remo Kalakbo quickly. Samuel, in less than a minute, please.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Yep, good morning.
Yes, I want to thank my chairman, the ADC chairman in River State.
Thank you.
Whatever he's saying today, I agree with him. There is no strong opposition in River State, and there is no government in River State today. So I want to also thank the ADC chairman and ADC party. As for me, I belong to ADC. So I want to say, chairman, thank you. that you and you have decided that you will not participate in this core local government election that is coming on 30th. These are the people that say that the election that the former 16 February did that time that is illegal, and they are following also the illegal local government election. So now the ADC say they will not participate in this election. I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this illegality that is happening in Rivers State, that ADC is not among the illegality.
All right, Samuel, thank you. Unfortunately, we have to let you go because of the time. The poll, 75% of you say yes, the relationship between the PDP and APC means an end to major opposition politics in Rivers State, while 25% of you say no. Mr. Wisdom, let's get your response in the remaining 1 minute or two. So, yeah, you heard most of the callers. How do we go? Where do we go from here with regards to opposition politics?
Well, let me just in a few minutes respond across board. First, let me respond to, I think the first caller was Gift from Bayelsa. You know, when you listen to what Gift was saying, he talks about money. And that is what has defined politics and the image of the person they support. Because it's about stealing the money of Rivers people and making it as a way of showing popularity. If you listen to the comments so far and the calls that have come in, you will notice that Chibike Rotimi and Mechi have what we call organic support. People that support you based on principles, based on integrity.
Is there principle in Nigerian politics?
I'm talking about personality now.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether you can't take it away from Chibike Rotimi Amechi when it has to do with principles and what he believes in. You can't take it away from him. So the truth is this, about the end of opposition in Rivers State, like I've said before, the only credible opposition in Rivers State is the ADC.
All right. On that note, we wrap things up. Thank you very much, Mr. Wisdom, for your time. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. We go on a commercial now. If you haven't entered today's one-play draw, do so now. Simply dial *347*880*6#, and with just 100 naira, you can win yourself some money. Cuts in Nigeria in FM. Good morning.